How's it going? It's Craig coming at you with a end of semester Gen Chem 1 laboratory experiment. We're going to do this at my house. So with this experiment, what we're going to look at is the idea of acids and bases and finding out what is which in household cleaners. So in this particular experiment, what we're going to do is look at specifically an indicator that's not our typical indicator that we use. We're actually going to use red cabbage. Now, red cabbage contains a pigment. It's a flavin called anthocyanine. It's a water-soluble pigment that's found in apple skins, plums, poppies, cornflowers, a whole bunch of things. Now, with very acidic solutions, it'll turn a red color. Neutral solutions will be a purple color, and basic solutions will go ahead and turn it into a nice blue, greenish yellow color, gradually going from blue to that green yellow. So that's how we're going to go ahead and tell our pH of our solutions, which will go ahead and make that determination of whether it's acidic, which is lower than 7, neutral, which is 7, and then if it's going to be basic, which is going to be higher than 7. Typically, the scales between 1 to 7 is going to be that acidic range, and then 7 to 12 is going to be our basic range. So let's get into it. We are going to go ahead and grab all of our equipment here. I did miss the carafe as well as 2 jars necessary to hold the indicator. Don't forget your goggles as well as a lab coat. And in this next situation, we do have a knife. So if you are using a knife, make sure you're careful. If you're a kid, make sure you're also under supervision. You'll have about 2 cups of chopped cabbage here. We're going to use 4 cups of water, and we're going to go ahead and put that at a boil. While we're putting that water at a boil, we're going to go ahead and add our chopped cabbage to the carafe. Make sure you clean up after yourself. We're going to add the boiling water to the carafe. At this point, you're also going to want to make sure that you steep the cabbage in the water for at least 10 minutes. It should, in the meanwhile, turn a nice blue color. That's what we're looking for, and that's basically our base indicator for a nice 7 pH. Now, after that timer's up, we're going to go ahead and pour it into a jar just so we can go ahead and see the nice color that it turned. Real nice, beautiful purple bluish color. That's what we're looking for our indicator. I'm going to go ahead and measure out about 2 cups, and then in those 2 cups, we're going to go experiment here. We're going to go ahead and work with white vinegar. It's acetic acid. As we pour it, it turns into a nice bright red color. That should indicate its pH somewhere between that 1 to 3 range. Next, we're going to go ahead and do citric acid, some lime juice. It's going to turn into a nice pinkish blue color, probably somewhere between that 3 to 5, 3 to 6 range. Next is our neutral color. It's going to be that blue color that we started out with as our indicator from the red cabbage. Next, we're going to go ahead and do our base solution, which should be a Alka-Seltzer tablet. It's going to be crushed up and spun in here, a little agitated with a spoon. As we look, we see that it's not as blue as we thought it was going to be. It's actually a little bit more on the acidic side. Next, we're going to go ahead and do baking soda. With the baking soda, it's going to go ahead and turn that nice blue color that we indicated would be more on the base side anyways, somewhere probably within that 8, 9, 10 range. And then finally, we're going to do a nice titration experiment. Not really a titration, but more of a neutralization. We're going to go ahead and start with some lemon juice, add our indicator, it turns that nice bright pink color. Then we're going to go ahead and add some baking soda and see if we can get it back to our original color, which as you can see, we get it right back to that nice 7. And that's the end of our experiment here. As you can see, things didn't turn out quite the way we thought they would, but that's okay. That's what happens with science and chemistry. So as you can see, we went ahead and went from a neutral color up the scale to go to a more acidic solution, and then we went back down the scale to go for a more basic solution. This is Craig signing off for General Chemistry 1.